Alrighty boys, what's going on? My name is Garrett Belmont. How y'all doing today? Now usually I don't make videos like this, but I gotta kind of call someone out here. So in my recent video, my last video that I talked about, in that video I talked about the topic of the video was me wanting the developers to bring back Void Abyss so that new players or people who might have not played the game at that time, maybe they had some life stuff going on and they weren't able to play TFD. Either way, the topic of that video was Void Abyss and wanting the developers to bring back Void Abyss fights from, the olden days like Infernal Walker, Defiler, Tormentor, Ice Maiden, bringing basically all those fights back and having a rotational thing that, having a rotational Void Abyss that allows players to play that content, not only play the content, but also earn the skins. So that way, the fights aren't going away because like I said in that video, Void Abyss is one of my favorite pieces of content in this game. Well, normally I wouldn't take one comment and use it as an example to make a video, but I feel like this is actually a really good example of people who are just unhinged and just mentally unstable, and these are the kind of people that I have to deal with when I make my videos. So, basically to kind of summarize everything, at some point in the video, I don't even remember, that's how insignificant it was to me, but in the video I had at some point said Serena was overpowered. And someone in my comment section did not take a liking to that. Which is fine. If you're in, disagreements that Serena is not overpowered, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. You are within your God-given right to have that opinion, and I am not going to take that away from you. If you feel like Serena isn't overpowered, that's fine. I can think you're wrong, but we don't have to sit here and come into my comment section and lash out on me. So, very quickly, I'm going to pull up the comment, and I'm going to talk about it. Alrighty, so basically what the comment says is... So the first comment is going to be, does the existence of Serena stop you from playing, say, Freyna? How is that possible? What is the logic? How does an OP Descendant make you stop playing your other favorites? Since when did this game have PvP? This kind of logic is why live service games are a headache. It's you, the players. So I initially didn't know what he was talking about because, like I said before, I had completely forgotten I even mentioned Serena. So at the time when I made my first comment, I had no idea what he was talking about. It had nothing to do with the big topic at hand for the video, and so I replied, so me wanting them to bring back good content is a bad thing, plus I don't play Serena and I've been against PvP in the game, so I don't know what you were talking about. If I'm talking about something that makes you upset, then you could not watch the video, or I can just ban you. I'm not getting caught up in this community civil war that motherfuckers be fighting over a video game. And so someone else commented, I think the guy was saying that even though someone as strong as Serena exists, it should not deter you from playing Freyna. I don't personally agree with him, but that's the conclusion that this guy came to. So there's also another comment there that was just fucking stupid. I banned that guy. I don't even want to deal with that. And so what I want to say is that there is nothing, forcing you to play Serena. You're absolutely right. There's nothing forcing you to play Serena. But we cannot sit here and ignore the impact that Serena has had on the game. It is retarded. It is just absolutely fucking retarded. If we sit here and ignore the impact that Serena has had, even if it's something that truth be told, doesn't need to exist, it's something that the developers created. So, the reason why I mentioned Serena and Void Abyss is because Serena was the biggest contributing factor to why the developers made the changes that they did to Ice Maiden and every Void Abyss fight moving forward. Her and Sharon. But the difference is Sharon's ATAM's build with Overcharged Edge pretty much got irrelevated, if that even is a word. Pretty much got irrelevated after after this after Tormentor. But Serena was still able to clear the Void Abyss fights. So Serena was still able to clear the fights, but other builds that were also reliant on firearms got nerfed. So Serena slightly got indirectly nerfed because of the change, the resistance to firearm damage in the Void Abyss fights. But Serena was one of the only, if not the only, Descendant that uses firearms that was still able to actually go and do the content. That's how strong she is. She was still able to clear said content. So, that is why I mentioned what I did. That is why I mentioned what I did in that video. It wasn't to start this whole argument of Serena's overpowered, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. I don't care. To be quite frank, I genuinely don't care. Okay? So let's kind of continue on. So this guy replied to me 2 hours ago. I was probably asleep. OP characters are a problem in PvP games because they break balance. How would a low tier character beat a broken character? Thus, in PvP games, the OP character should be nerfed ASAP to retain balance. TFD isn't a PvP game, thus there is zero reason to nerf a character. Serena is OP. Serena is OP as fucking bosses. Yet if I'm in the mood to play Inez, nothing will stop me from playing Inez. I will bench Serena. Pull out my Inez. Serena doesn't. He put in brackets. Serena doesn't even see much play on my account compared to my faves. You yourself here say that you don't play Serena. No, I've made videos talking about me not playing Serena. You must be new to the channel. See, in question mark. See, this is my point. Her being OP is irrelevant. No, it's not. It's a PvP. It's a PvE game. Some of us play just for casual fun. So to see you whine about broken characters, even though you can go back to the video, I didn't whine about it, just got on my nerves. Haha. Okay, so first of all, let me just tell you something. Okay. Oh, sorry. He also wrote, banning me won't change the fact that you're crying about pointless. Frankly, I don't care if you do. Truth hurts at the end of the day. So first of all, I want to say one thing right off the bat. I'm not telling you to play Serena, okay? I'm not telling anybody to play Serena. I, on this channel, have said I don't play Serena. I don't want to play the character. I have no intentions on playing the character. Hell, I've gotten shit for not playing fucking Bunny. I have a Bunny build. It's not a fully min-maxed build. I use it for farming in like Sigma Sector and Old Void Vessel and some of the older content that the build can actually tackle, but I don't play Bunny on a regular day-to-day basis, and so because of that, I got fucking shit for it, okay? So, I'm not saying you have to play what's OP, because I am someone who doesn't play OP Descendants. I don't play Inez, I don't play Serena, I play Freyna every now and again, albeit I don't really think Freyna, I mean, I guess you could maybe say Freyna's OP. That's not the topic of the video. And so, first of all, Serena being OP is a contributing factor to the developers indirectly nerfing other Descendants. Things such as the developers not wanting to release firearms in that are really, really good because the developers are scared that Serena will make those weapons overpowered or broken or break the game again. This has been happening since Season 3 came out. Every weapon that we have gotten in Season 3 has been absolutely bad to mediocre, except for Hypernova. Hypernova was the only one that came out from its launch and was actually good. The two other swords came out, they were butt cheeks. Okay? Hive Master is meh. Exterminator was meh. Eraser was just bad. This is caused because the developers don't want Serena doesn't want Serena to get her hands on something and then it be broken. So this is directly affecting other Descendants who have firearm builds in the game. Okay? And I did mention this in my comment. I'll get to my comment here in a second, and then of course what I said about Void Abyss. So I don't really understand how you could say that Serena being OP doesn't mean anything in a PvE game. It does, because now the developers are designing certain aspects of the game around the idea of like Serena's gonna clear that content in this amount of time, that amount of time, so we have to limit certain aspects of that specific content, or in this case, bossing content. And then the guy also said, so to see you whine about broken characters just got on my nerves. First of all, I did not tell you to come to my comment section and get pissed off and lash out. I don't really understand. I wasn't whining about it. I never whined about it ever. So I've never even made a fucking full-on video saying that Serena should be nerfed or Serena's broken. I think the most I've done is I've said, hey, I don't like playing Serena, I don't like her playstyle, and I don't play her, and I don't make videos on her, compared to other content creators where every time every time a new update comes out, Serena can do this content in this amount of time. Like, no, I'm not interested in that. So I wasn't whining. Again, I have no idea what you're talking about me whining. It was, like I said before, it was something so minuscule that I had completely forgot I even mentioned it in the video. So, and then he said, banning me won't change the fact that you're crying about something pointless. I wasn't crying about something that was pointless. Like, first of all, I wasn't crying. That's the first part. And something that's pointless, I don't think that, discussing and talking about, a character that has been kind of affecting other Descendants because of how strong she is as a weapons platform is pointless. I think it is a great discussion that we can all sit around and talk about it in a non-lashing out way. So I don't understand why you're lashing out on me. Like, what did I do to you, buddy? Seriously, what did I do to you? You got upset because I said Serena was OP, and so you wanted to lash out on me. I don't know about you, but I think that's more of like crying than whatever I did. You getting upset, you having a mental episode, and then lashing out on me, over a fucking character in a video game. I don't know about you, but I think you described yourself, buddy. And then he also said, truth hurts at the end of the day. Yeah, the truth does hurt. That's why you fucking lashed out on me, bro. You didn't want to hear that Serena is OP. You didn't want to hear, anything that I had to say. And you got your feelings hurt. And so you lashed out on me. So I don't know what your fucking problem is, okay? I don't know what your fucking problem is, to be honest with you. But I don't know. Again, I don't know what I said to really deserve just you lashing out on me like that and saying I'm crying and whining. Like, I wasn't crying and whining. So get that shit out of your fucking head, my boy. So I replied in my comment, and then I'm just going to kind of end things off. This video is already way too long. So let me get this straight. You got upset from a small portion of the video where I said Serena is OP and took that like a dagger through the heart and left your stupid, unhinged comment ranting to me about something that isn't even the main topic of the video because you are upset I said Serena is OP. I didn't even whine about the character, lol. You people get so defensive about Serena and Inez, and that is borderline being a mental disability. You claim that I'm crying about something that is pointless, but yet I never cried about it. You're the one getting mad and coming to my comment section acting like my own opinion is killing you. Serena being OP is not irrelevant. Serena being OP has caused change in the design philosophy of Void Abyss and caused underperforming balancing for weapons in TFD since she launched because the devs are scared that Serena will get this new gun, turn it into the most broken thing in the game, and this directly affects other Descendants who are weapon platforms like Glade, Sharon, Enzo, Harris, etc. You talk about me not handling the truth, but in reality, it's people like you who can't handle the truth. That's why people like you lose their temper and lash out on small creators like me for small differences in opinions. The devs have already said they aren't nerfing Serena, and if that's how they feel, then I don't care. I brought up Serena because her and Sharon had an impact on the Tormentor meta, but it was not but it was not the topic. It was not like the main topic of, like, you know what I mean? In the future, I recommend you quench your temper and stay on topic with what the video is about instead of lashing out over something insignificant. Insignificant. I will not ban you, as I want to use you as an example for a future video, which is this video right here. In the future, or sorry, I already read that. And then P.S. Don't forget to take your meds. That was, I'm not gonna lie, that was a jab. From Garen with Love, kind of like the James Bond movie, From Russia with Love. Anyway, so that's what I had to say about the comment. Basically, I'm using this video so some of you can kind of understand the kind of people I have to deal with. But not only that, there are people like, more people like them out there that come to my channel, see comments like this, and they, you know, they like the comment because people just get so upset when it comes to these things. Listen, we can talk about these things in a civilized manner. You could have very easily left a comment basically just with your argument in a very constructive way, not being insulting. Originally, I thought he was being insulting, and that's why I kind of, you know, went at some jabs with him, especially at the end where he says, "It's you, the players," which he was, you know, talking about me as well. And so that is basically what I wanted to talk about in this video. These are the kind of people I have to deal with in my comment section. Now, being a content creator, this happens a lot. It's a part of the job. I don't even want to say job. It's a part of the hobby. So, you know, it's not the first time. It's not going to be the last time. So, honestly, I'm probably going to, you know, hop on Phasmophobia with the boys, and I'm probably going to forget this whole thing ever happened. But I wanted to use this video as an example, and I also wanted to let you guys know, was I in the wrong? Because if I was in the wrong, I will apologize. Straight up, I will apologize. But I don't feel like I'm in the wrong here. Like I said, even if I did say, you know, even if I did make like a 1-2 minute section about me talking about Serena being OP, I still don't think it warrants some of the shit this guy is saying. You know, just because we have differences in opinions and what have you, just because we have differences in opinions doesn't mean we gotta sit here and lash out on each other. It's just so barbaric. It's just so fucking annoying. And then you know, everybody gets pissed off, you know what I mean? So, if you don't agree with me on something I say in a video, you can 100% say something without getting upset and lashing out. Because like this guy said, you know, so to see you whine and about broken characters just got on my nerves. Like, why am I getting, like, first of all, that's a sign of you got some disabilities, my boy, if you getting upset about that. Okay, and I'm not going to be your fucking punching bag for your disabilities. I'm not interested. Okay, so let's back the fuck up. Okay, let's back the fuck up. But that's all I wanted to talk about, guys. Let me know in the comment section. Was I in the wrong? Was he in the wrong? Were we both in the wrong? Was nobody in the wrong? Maybe I could have handled that a little bit better. You know what I mean, in terms of the comments that I made. But I just wanted to get that out there, guys. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching. My name is Garen Belmont, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.